Hey everyone, and welcome to Status Symptom. So if you've ever been scrolling and noticed that some of the most powerful, most interesting accounts, the ones everyone is quoting, don't actually have a real name or a face attached to them? For years, we've all been force-fed this idea that the key to success is to build your personal brand. But what if that's not just outdated advice? What if it's now the single biggest mistake you can make? Today, we're diving into the power of anonymous influence.
Just let that sink in for a second. The accounts that are really shifting narratives, the ones breaking news, the ones driving massive conversations, they're increasingly operating from behind a mask. And I promise you, this is not an accident. It's a strategy.
So what's the deal here? Are these people just cowards, hiding from accountability? Or is this something way, way smarter? Is this the new playbook for winning in a world where your own identity has become your biggest liability? Okay, so to really get where we're going, we have to look back at where we've been. For the last, decade, the internet has run on one central promise, the personal brand. The idea was simple, right? You are the product. And this really says it all, doesn't it? Back in 2015, the mantra was build yourself. Get your face out there, tell your story, become a name. But if you fast forward to today, the prime directive for the people who really know what they're doing has completely flipped. Now, it's all about protect yourself. What's so fascinating here is the fundamental shift in what's considered valuable. Personal branding was always about making you the main event, your story, your journey, your face. But this new model, it argues that ideas are greater than identity. The message is what matters, not who's saying it. And realizing you can separate the two, well, that's where the real power is. So why the big change? Why did the old playbook just completely fall apart? It really comes down to one simple, kind of brutal concept. Attribution is now a liability. Tying every single thought you have to your government name has become a massive strategic weakness. The core of the problem is something called reputational anchoring, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Every single time you post under your real name, you are literally dropping an anchor. You are permanently attaching that statement to who you are, weighing yourself down with this historical baggage that you can never, ever get rid of. It makes it almost impossible to change your mind, to evolve, or to just operate freely later on. And this is the reality of a personal brand. Every post, every tweet, every little comment becomes permanent evidence. In the court of public opinion, everything you've ever said can and absolutely will be used against you. It's like building your own personal prison. A terrifying thought, isn't it? And let's be clear, this isn't just some abstract idea. Attaching your name to your ideas literally puts a target on your back. It opens you up to all kinds of personal attacks and doxing, creating this permanent record that dramatically increases your, quote, attack surface for anyone who might disagree with you in the future. You are basically shackled to every version of your past self. Okay, so if tying everything to your name is the problem, what's the solution? Well, this brings us to the anonymity advantage. And this isn't about hiding in fear. It's about operating from a protected and therefore much more powerful position. So the playbook is all about flexibility. Think about it. Without your personal reputation on the line with every single post, you can experiment with new ideas freely. You can speak more boldly, more honestly about things that are controversial. And this is the real kicker. If an idea or even an entire persona doesn't work out anymore, you can just evolve it or abandon it completely. No personal fallout. The best way to think about this is a military term, operational range. It's your ability to act and have influence. A personal brand, over time, actually boxes you in and restricts that range. But an anonymous account, it protects and expands it, giving you total freedom to maneuver. And this all leads to the ultimate point. We need to stop thinking of our identity as just who we are. We need to start seeing it as a tool. It's a strategic choice. You get to decide when to use it, and maybe more importantly, when not to. You get to choose your battle space. And this comparison really lays it all out. A public personal brand is starting to signal desperation, like a need to sell yourself. It comes with high risk and almost no flexibility. Anonymous influence, on the other hand, signals strategic positioning. It protects your range and gives you the freedom to adapt and evolve. It's just a smarter way to play the game. Now, here's a really wild thought for you. What if we're heading towards a future where the very act of building a personal brand is seen as a low-status move, a sign that you have to put yourself on the line because you don't have the protection of a bigger institution or a more powerful idea to stand behind? And look, technology is only going to pour gasoline on this fire.
As AI-generated content and deepfakes become completely indistinguishable from reality, trying to prove something was or wasn't you is going to be a total waste of time. And in that world, the people who never tied their influence to their real identity in the first place will have the ultimate advantage. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. In an era where your name and your face can be a permanent liability, where does real strength actually come from? Is it from the brand you build around yourself? Or is it from the power, the clarity, and the resilience of your ideas themselves? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.